Hey guys, it's Andrew Henderson from Nomad Capitalist, and in this video I want to invite you to dinner. In fact, I want to invite you to a series of dinners, and I'd like to actually invite 6 of the right people to hang out with me for a week in the coming year. This is something that a lot of folks have asked about. We get asked all the time, how do I meet Andrew? How do I work with Andrew in person? And as you may know, if you've watched our channel, we have an entire process for folks who want help, in which we help them create a plan that speaks to the dozens of different elements that go into legally creating a way to reduce your taxes, build your freedom, and grow your wealth faster. That's what we do here at Nomad Capitalist, and we've been doing it for several years now based on my experience. Every 3 or 4 months, my team get together, we figure out, how do we improve the process, where are people getting a little stuck, and we've made tremendous progress, both on a strategic level and working with folks on a behavioral level through the phone. People apply, I talk to people who are a good fit, and we get started creating their plan. And once we have the plan, we go out and do it, and we meet while we're doing the work. But I can tell you that while that approach works for most people, and it works for people who know exactly what they want, some folks want a little bit more. They want to meet one-on-one. And I can tell you that over the last couple of years, we've occasionally done a thing where, hey, Andrew's in Dublin, or Andrew's in Macau. Does someone want to come and hang out for a few days and work and see what he does and build their plan? And what I've seen over the last year of doing that a couple times is there was a guy who came about 5 months ago. And he came, he was thinking of renouncing his U.S. citizenship. He was trying to figure out what to do with his cryptocurrency holdings. He wanted a whole structure. He was kind of angry when he came. Nice guy, but he was kind of angry. He was making some emotional decisions that I thought could have been much better. And what was really cool about the process is over the 5 days we hung out together, we really helped him evaluate what he really needed. And since I've been where he is, and even dealt with some of the anger in past years, I was able to really connect with him in a way that we wouldn't have doing it remotely. Another lady came, we met her, and she was kind of confused about all the different options. And so we spent for the 5 days front-loading all the different things that she could have done, and then kind of honing down, and each day checking in and saying, how do you feel about the options that we've focused on? And over the course of the 5.5 days, coming to a decision of, okay, here's the plan, right? That's something that requires a lot of in-person time. And so what I'm looking for a limited number of people to do is to come and to spend a Sunday through a Friday, 5.5 pretty intense days with me, where we're not only going to strategize and figure out your plan, we're not only going to do lots of diagnostic work like doctor and patient. I'm not only going to bring lots of questions to ask, and I'm going to poke and prod and educate you and help you get to the bottom line. But you're also going to work with me on the behavioral level, the human level, making sure that everything that you're doing for your plan serves you on a deep level. That's important. And on top of that, you're going to get to hang out with myself and get to see how I operate. We'll have some fun. We'll go to dinner, go and get a massage, go and see things around town. Here's what I'm doing for 2019, based on demand from you, the Nomad Capitalist audience. I'm opening up 6 and only 6 spots for these 1-week, one-on-one masterminds, just you and I. We're going to get together in your choice of several different cities where I live, whether that's in Asia, whether that's in Europe, a couple different locations around the world, 6 spots for the year. What we're going to do is meet up on Sunday. We're going to get to know each other. We're going to dig in. We're going to talk about all the different options. We're going to throw out everything you could possibly do on Monday. Then we're going to start to hone down. Then we're going to connect with you each day about how do you feel about each thing. And over the course of the week, by the time Friday at lunch comes around, we're going to know exactly what you need to do, and you're going to feel in alignment with it. This is a process for someone who wants the best of the best. The plan creation process, we work with about 50 people a year. It works very well. People get the results. We meet up, and it's a lot of fun. For someone who wants a little bit more, for someone who wants the most exclusive process, this live one-on-one mastermind is that process. 5.5 days. I'm paying for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, for all the activities, for getting around. I'm going to show you around the places where I live, the places where I go, and the city where we choose to meet. There are 6 spots. And it's not cheap. In fact, it's a lot more expensive than our normal process. which is also not cheap. But this is really the creme de la creme. But I can tell you, if you're paying that $200,000, $300,000, $500,000, $1 million, and you know that in the next 10 years, that's going to be many millions of dollars that you could have reinvested, then doing this, even as it's not cheap, is a lot cheaper than staying where you're at. So it's $40,000 to join me for these 5.5 days. I'm looking for 6 people, and it will be only 6 people before we create a waiting list for 2020, because obviously I am doing research and development of my own. I'm working with people remotely. We're taking 6 weeks out of the year to do these live one-on-one masterminds. If that's something that you want to do, click the button below, figure out what you need to do to get enrolled. This is something that, as I always say, should be a hell yes. This is not something that the right person should have to think about. Because the reality is, for most people, this is the wrong approach. For most people, it's either go and create a plan or do something else. But for 6 people, I know out of an audience of millions of people, for 6 people, this is the right fit because it is the highest level of personalized service. If that speaks to you, if it's a hell yes, if you want to get started, click the button below. I'd love to meet with you. I'm confident we can hit it out of the park for you and get you great results very quickly on a very holistic level. I look forward to meeting with you. Click the button below if you'd like to get started.